For months, the deliberation in Philadelphia had been kept secret from the country. 2 days after the convention ended, the Pennsylvania Gazette published the full text of the Constitution. Thus began the national debate on the Constitution. The convention had meant to modify the current Articles of Confederation, and suddenly there was a new form of government being proposed. Objections came from all sides. Some were reasoned, such as there was no Bill of Rights or the Vice President was unnecessary. However, some of the objections bordered on the hysterical, claiming that they were reestablishing an English monarchy. The Federalists responded by publishing a series of articles in the New York papers. The articles were written by Madison, Hamilton, and Jay, and they became known as the Federalist Paper. The Congress quickly passed on the Constitution to the individual states for their approval. Pennsylvania was the first to hold a constitutional convention, and it sat for 6 weeks debating the agreement. While Pennsylvania was arguing, Delaware became the first to approve the Constitution on December 6th. Before long, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Georgia had ratified the agreement. In Massachusetts, 355 delegates met in the Brattle Street Church. The delegates in the convention were elected from throughout the state, with pro-federalists elected from the Boston and the coastal areas, and anti-federalists elected from the western part of the state. After a week of debate, the Constitution was approved by a narrow majority. The most important debate took place in Virginia. Washington did not attend the meeting, but all knew of his approval. To carry the day, the Federalist has to rely on James Madison, John Marshall, George Nichols, and other distinguished Virginians. The Anti-Federalists consisted of such notables as George Mason, James Monroe, and most notable among the opponents, Patrick Henry. The fight was difficult, but eventually, after the proviso that a Bill of Rights be added, Virginia approved the Constitution.